Recently, a protest was held outside the Indian High Commission in London, during which protesters smashed the windows of the building. London's Mayor Sadiq Khan reacted to this incident on Twitter, condemning the violence. However, reacting to his post, a Twitter user posted a graphic targeting Sadiq Khan. The graphic, which is titled Londonistan, has three claims. The first is that there are 460 mosques in London. Second, that there are 500 churches which have been closed in London. And three, that there are 85 Sharia councils in England and Wales concentrated in London. The post appears to target Sadiq Khan because he's superimposed on a background of some Muslim people at prayer and a mosque in London. So we found that this post has been in existence since April 2018, when a group called Leave.eu created it as part of their Brexit campaign to target Sadiq Khan. However, each and every one of these claims is fake. Let me tell you how I found out that these were all fake. First off, let's look at the claim that there are 460 mosques in London. So, if we look at the graphic carefully, we can see that that information has been attributed to Muslims in Britain, which is a group in that catalogues mosques in Britain. We found that they have a blog dedicated to cataloguing British mosques, and when we went through the blog, we found that they had extensively catalogued places of worship in the UK. According to their findings, which were dated up to 16 September 2017, there were 2,511 places of worship in the UK. However, we noticed that out of these, there were only 1,825 actual masjids, and the others were hired hall, general use prayer rooms, temporary premises, still under construction premises, and etc. So, keeping this fact in mind, we looked at one of their lists which said that there were 477 mosques in London. However, when we went through this list, we noticed that many of them, such as the ones right below, were prayer rooms of some sort or the other. There were prayer rooms in the Heathrow airport, there were prayer rooms in some colleges, in some other institutes, there were general use prayer rooms, there were many other things that were not actually mosques. According to our findings, we were able to eliminate at least 35 such premises, which would take the number to well below 460. Therefore, we can state quite clearly that there cannot actually be 460 mosques in London. So, let's take a look at claim number 2 in the graphic, which is that 500 churches have been closed by Khan in London. Now, taking a little help from the fact-checking website called Snopes, we found out that this claim originates from a post by a right-wing think tank called Gatestone from 2017, in which they said that 500 churches have been closed in London. However, the reality, if you go through this post, is that they're saying that 500 churches have been converted into homes in London. We found out that this number has been taken from a Wall Street Journal report from 2012. What the Wall Street Journal report actually said was that there was a trend of converting churches into homes in Britain, and that 500 such examples could be found since 2001. The report also did not mention exactly when these churches had been closed. Neither did it mention churches that had been closed since 2001 but not converted into houses. What the Gatestone post also neglected to mention was the fact that apart from churches that have apparently been closed in London, churches have also come up in London. This is a statistic that we found from a study conducted by a British religious statistician called Dr. Preeta Burley, who said that 700 new churches had been opened in London between 2005 and 2012. Therefore, the claim that 500 churches were closed in London under Mayor Khan's tenure is false and has no factual basis. Coming to the last statistic mentioned in the post, which is that there are 85 Sharia councils in England and Wales concentrated in London, we noticed that the post had attributed this information to the Home Office. Now, we found out that there is no such official information by the Home Office per se. But what the graphic is possibly referring to is data from an independent review into the application of Sharia law, which was presented to Parliament by the Secretary of State for the Home Department in February 2018. However, the graphic has actually manipulated the data in this report, because this report goes on to say that there are these Sharia councils, but the number varies from 30 to 85. It doesn't actually state that there are 85 Sharia councils, and it also says that the number is not cannot be proved by academic estimates. There is also another study that we found, which is by a think tank called Civitas, which also mentioned Sharia councils in this area. But even they said that while there could be 85 Sharia councils existing in England and Wales, many of them are actually online, which is something this post neglects to take into account. Moreover, Civitas also admitted that the number was indeterminate. Therefore, even this claim we found was false and misleading.